everybody, welcome to our lower body exercise routine. I'm going to take you through some exercises for the lower body that's going to help tone the glutes, the quads, and even the abdominals. Now what I need you to remember is as you go through these exercises, some of them may feel very difficult in the beginning, so just stick with it. You will get them eventually, so don't be discouraged if at first you only get through one set or two sets, okay? So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a seated leg raise. So you're going to lift your knee slightly up and extend the leg out, in, and then down. And you're going to squeeze the top of the leg. Now, if the leg starts to burn too bad or it starts to shake, what you can do is just go ahead and extend out without actually lifting the quad up. So go ahead and demonstrate that now for me. Excellent. So that's still working the quad, just a little bit less intensity. So whatever level feels good for you in the beginning, you want this to feel challenging but not to the point that you're in excruciating pain. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and get 2 more of those for me. And 1 more time. Excellent job. We're going to go ahead and switch to the other side now. We're going to sit towards the front of our chair. So if you're on a surface that might, if you have a wheeled chair where it might roll slightly out of your way, what I'm going to want you to do is anchor that chair. You don't want to accidentally fall on your bottom. Okay, so you're squeezing that quad, and the most important part about the exercise is you feel the quad burning. Again, if it's burning too intense, don't lift the leg so high. We're going to get just 2 more. Your abdominals are contracted. 1 more time. And great job. Go ahead and release. Now what I'm going to have you do is come up to a standing position, and we're going to go into a squat. Now there's a million different variations on squats, you guys. You can add different ones. I'm going to show you the most basic one first, and then as we progress, I'm going to show you a couple different options. Always stick with the basic one until you feel most comfortable. Now just real quickly before I have Michelle go ahead and demonstrate, what I need your weight to do is sit in the heels. The further back your knees come, the more effective this is going to be. If the knees stay lined directly with the heels, you're going to feel more in the glutes. If the knees come slightly forward, you're going to feel a little bit more into the quads. Either way is fine, as long as we always keep the knee behind the toe. Once the knee passes the toe, that puts much more pressure in the knee, and that can cause knee pain. So we always want to avoid doing that. So with that, we're going to take approximately a shoulder width stance apart, and your hands can go anywhere that's comfortable for you. I'm going to have Michelle put hers right in front of her. Go ahead and start to squat, and you're going to press your hips back. And then, now Michelle's getting a very deep squat, which is great, but if your range of motion doesn't allow for that, I'm going to have you take a much smaller range of motion, so I'm going to have you demonstrate that too. So take a little bit less. Perfect. And even that is still pretty deep. You might want to stop right there and then come back up. And that might be as far as you go down, and that's great. It's all about personal preference. You want to feel that slow growing burn, nothing painful. And what I'm going to have you do is pull your belly button in, and your back's always going to be neutral. After this, you're just going to go ahead and do 2 more. Remember to hold that belly button as tight as you possibly can. Squeeze it. Last one. And go ahead and release. Now, we are going to go ahead and work into a lunge, but I always want to make sure that you're keeping that back neutral. Sometimes when we're lunging or squatting, we have a tendency to go sway back like this, and that causes low back pain. So if you're feeling any of that, consciously try to suck in your abdominals and neutralize that spine. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is go into a lunge position, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Now stances on lunges really vary from person to person, depends on your height, your comfort level. What I need you to do though is make sure that your stance is wide enough so that when we drop down, as if someone was drawing a line from your hips straight to the floor. Just like that, that's perfect. We never want to take our knee closer than 1 inch above the floor. Okay, any lower than that, we run the risk of slamming the knee into the floor. I've done that lots of times. My left knee actually kind of hurts from it still, so we really want to avoid doing that at all costs, okay? You don't have to go really deep. Now, Michelle has a really nice stance, and she has a really deep lunge, which is great, but if you can only get halfway down, I'm going to have you stop right there for me and then pull back up. So that's a great modification on the legs as well. Excellent job. Now, they should be shaking and burning. If they're not, you might want to try a little bit lower. Go ahead and just get 2 more. And this is going to be our last one on this set. Great job. You guys go ahead and switch positions. So the other leg is going to come back. Now you might very well have better positioning on one leg than the other. That's very common. Sometimes we have better balance on one side. So whatever works, you're just going to go ahead and gain the control nice and slow. You're going to drop that knee down and squeeze. Because I need you to squeeze the booty as tight as you can as you stand back up, okay? That's a really great tip there to kind of tightening and lifting that up. Sometimes we overlook that, especially when our quads are on fire. But I really need you to drop those hips straight down. Squeeze the top of the leg, and then squeeze the glutes tight. You're doing a great job. And remember, if you can't get too far down, that's okay. Stick with whatever range of motion feels best for you. From here on, you're going to go ahead and do 2 more. Keep breathing. You guys, the belly button's in, the back is neutral. And great job. Go ahead and release. Now you're going to go ahead and have a seat. We're going to go through this exercise routine again. So see, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and extend that leg out. Perfect. And remember, work at your comfort level. Don't force something that's not feeling right for you. Okay? Always keeping that knee slightly bent. Even on the furthest extension, you want just that slight bend in the knee. If we lock it all the way out, you run the risk of putting too much pressure in it. And you're doing a great job. You guys' abdominals are always pulled in. One more time. I know it's a lot to concentrate on all at one time. And the last one, we're going to go ahead and switch to your other side. So keep breathing through that and extend. And again, Michelle's doing a really great job of lifting her knee up high. And you might be able to do that, but you might not too, and that's also okay. So if it starts to burn too bad in here, or you start to feel any pressure, make sure you just keep the leg on the chair and just extend from the knee, and we're squeezing the quad. Great job, you guys, breathe through it. After this, you're gonna go ahead and do just one more. Excellent. Now we're gonna go ahead and come up to a standing position, and we're gonna do some squats. Now in this set, I am gonna have her add in a knee with her squat, but again, you don't have to. You can stick with that basic squat until you feel most comfortable. If at any point in time this doesn't feel right, stick with the basics. That's always the best option. Okay, so we're gonna have that shoulder width stance apart, adding in, as she comes up, she's gonna add in a knee lift. But again, if your balance doesn't allow for this, or it's just not feeling right, or if you feel any pain whatsoever in the back, omit the knee and stick with the basic squat. And the reason is sometimes if our abs aren't strong enough to hold us, we'll tend to hyperextend and we'll feel a lot of pressure through that low back, and that's not a good idea. So keep breathing through it. Always err on the side of doing the easier route than the harder route until you're really comfortable with the exercise. Great job. We're going to go ahead and just get 2 more. One more time. Excellent. And go ahead and release. We're almost there, you guys. You're in the home stretch. Go ahead and take a nice wide stance, and we're going to go into a lunge. So remember, on that lunge, the positioning of the feet is entirely up to you. Some of us just naturally have longer legs or shorter legs. I have very short legs, where Michelle here has very long legs. So our stances may look very different, but it's just what's most comfortable for us. So you're going to go ahead and start by dropping that knee down. Excellent. And you'll notice even here, her knee is staying behind her toe. If at any point in time the knee passes the toe, you are going to feel pressure in that knee, and that's not good. You want to feel it at the quadricep. And what we want to be aware of, though, is the quadricep does attach right here. So a burn here is normal, but any pain in the knee is not. Last one, go ahead and release, and we're going to switch. Excellent. And from here, dropping those hips straight down. And as we drop the hips down, we want to imagine as if somebody had a string attached to our hips, which is pulling us straight towards the floor. Excellent. And now, while Michelle's going really deep and she's really working those quads, I know you might feel this tomorrow morning, as we go down, you might only be able to go down 1 inch, and that's great too. Whatever feels most comfortable on your body, listen to your body. That's the most important thing. After this, you're going to go ahead and get 2 more. One more time. Excellent. And go ahead and just have a seat. You guys just did a great lower body workout. Now, you may be a little sore tomorrow. You may have had a hard time getting through all of it. Your range of motion might have been much smaller. Any of those things are okay. Just work through it. Stick with it. You will get it. Don't be discouraged if you didn't get it right away. Just practice the form. The form will come in time. Thanks so much, you guys, and I'll see you next time.